Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of us.
Good morning.
Once again, let me reiterate our profound appreciation to all Nigerians who has believed in our president-in-waiting, Mr. Peter Obi, and his vice, Dr. Dati Baba Ahmed. Truth be told, you voted for Labour Party, and Peter Obi won that election. Reason why we are challenging such rascality in court. Thank you for the patience and high level of maturity with which so far we have managed ourselves after the wrongful declaration of the election results. Ordinarily, they expected that we jump to the street so they can take advantage to damage our evidences and cause social unrest. But we truly beat them to that game. Ours is to remain resolute, determined, and focused towards reclaiming our mandate that was stolen, which by God's grace we must surely recover. We never expected the journey to be smooth or free from challenges, but we are ready to face the storms, however lengthy and tortuous it may be, as long as we regain our freedom and restore true democracy in Nigeria. On a specific note, we have an election on Saturday, 18th March 2023. The governorship and state houses of assembly election across the country. This election have given us another opportunity to identify true obedience. It is important to note that the Labour Party stands by all its candidates in the election across the country. But of more significance is that our protest against the electoral fraud on 25th February 2023 begins on Saturday, 18th March, at all the polling units across the country. In the last election, they said we are 4 persons tweeting in a room. But to their shock, we took over the space. And despite all the fraud, they were able to allocate over 6 million votes to us, even when they know that obedient are more than 15 million people having PVCs to vote. We must protest by coming out en masse to cast our votes for the Labour Party governorship and houses of assembly candidates on this Saturday. This simple assignment is the first step in telling the world that Labour Party truly won the election of 25th February. Let's show opposition that we are resolute in the project of taking back our country. We must at least capture Lagos, Rivers, Enugu, Edo, Plateau, Benue, Taraba, Abia, Anambra, and in fact, all the south, and southeast states in this coming election. This we must do to prove that we are irreversibly obedient, and we must stand up to challenge the status quo. And I beg all the youths, all the security agencies, and some INEC officials who are opting to be ready tools in the hands of the old order politicians to think twice. Do not join in oppressing and intimidating Nigerian youths. Do not join, I repeat, in oppressing and intimidating Nigerian youths at the polling units across the country. The life and future of Nigerian youths matter, and that is why we are becoming more obedient. Enough is enough. In conclusion, I urge you, my fellow obedients, to desist from any selfish desire and focus on making an obedient political statement on Saturday election. Despite your choice of candidates, come out and use this opportunity to prove that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, the president we know, the waiting president of Nigeria, truly won the election. God bless our president in waiting, Mr. Peter Obi, and Vice President, Dr. Dati Baba Ahmed. God bless the obedient. God bless Nigerian youth. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you. As the acting national leader of the party, and I can tell you that the Labour Party is not in any alliance with any political party with respect to this election on Saturday. We are going into this election, in fact, to make a statement. All our candidates, even places we do not have candidates, anywhere we have Labour Party on the ballot paper, we will vote for Labour Party. And I urge all Nigerian youths to take advantage of this Saturday's election to prove that they truly voted for Labour Party in the last election. So there is no alliance with any political party. All we know is Labour Party. And that was why I mentioned in my statement that every obedient should forget about selfish interests and focus on making a statement on Saturday. Because the world will watch and see if truly Labour Party has become a movement, of which it is currently in Nigeria. That is why we have called for this press briefing. I think that is why we have called for this press briefing, to be able to tell Nigerians that the truth is that the obedient movement is under the umbrella of Labour Party. Labour Party is a political institution that is known, that you will see on ballot paper, not Obedient Family. Obedient Family is not a political party. Obedient Family are people that believed in the ideology and the candidacy of Mr. Peter Obi. Many of them were from several political leanings and several political parties, but they believe that the time has come to take back Nigeria. But for the purpose of the injustice meted on that candidate they believed in, they have to vote Labour Party on Saturday. So for those of them that are endorsing any other political party, it is not Labour Party that endorsed any candidate. Obedient whatever, support group whatever, may go and endorse any candidate, but the Labour Party that I belong in as a political party have never and will not endorse any individual. I was reading from my document. I mentioned that Lagos is critical and Rivers is critical, and we are not joking about it. We are taking back Lagos. Yes, obedient youths in Lagos have also determined, and that is why I'm concluding with this, because I've been in contact with a lot of youth groups, associations that are youth-oriented, and we have made up our mind to deliver Lagos to Labour Party. At least it's one of the statements that 2023 election will be left with. Same thing happens across the country where we have governorship candidates. Because those of them that we are cross-carpeting, like I said recently in a press conference as well, a lot of people thought that 2023 election will be like the previous elections. And that was why they didn't take Labour Party serious. They were saying that we are just 4 persons tweeting in a room. Before they could understand it, the wind have already swept them away, and that was why they resorted to the last thing, trying to rigging the election, because they saw that there was nothing else they could do. So for those of them that we are cross-carpeting, you are aware that in Nigeria, we have political marketers. We don't have men and women with political ideology. We have people that wait for every 4 years to go and buy and sell in politics that will sustain them for the next 4 years. But going forward, I can assure you that this 2023 election have opened them up. Nigerians have known them. Those political party chairmen and chairpersons that does some illicit activities to defraud Nigerians, we have known them, we have noticed them, and never again shall those kind of activities be seen in our polity. And that is why we are challenging the rascality that happened on 25th. Nigeria cannot remain like that, because the future and the life of Nigerian youth is at stake, and we cannot let it continue. So those of them that have perpetually engaged in political marketing, this 2023 election is their end. It's no longer lucrative. Those are political marketers, that opportunists. Many of them didn't even pay for nomination fee. They just answer governorship candidate because of the nature of Labour Party. We are family party. We welcome everybody. Even when you don't have money, we welcome you. And we've discovered that most of them that didn't pay for nomination are the ones doing most of this political marketing and cross-carpeting. And that was why I said, never again shall those kind of activities continue in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.